Now, some Europeans now.
My question's related to the last one. My question's somewhat related to the last question,
Yes.
which is technology is.
Yes.
Hello. My question is related to the last one about technology. It would seem that today's technology is giving us a great opportunity to share your message and your teachings and to unite 7 billion people. But it seems like it's doing the opposite. In fact, it seems that it's doing the opposite. That more groups and more differences are being developed because of technology. It's not just religion and nationality. It's political views and all sorts of different ideas. And some of these ideas are very bad. And it's an effective way of disseminating very bad ideas.
그렇죠.
What are your thoughts? What can we do differently to use technology to our advantage, to unite people and to spread your message instead of ripping us apart?
I think we cannot blame technology. I don't think technology creates this problem. No, I don't think. The user of technology, that's a human being, and give information in technology or computer, these things, and the radios, televisions, well, these are just an instrument. But real information, we should provide. So I think the people ourselves not much pay attention these things. So like a television, except some religious teaching. Otherwise, no one, I think, sort of serious discussion about using these societies sort of, or say the problem which we are facing. More serious discussion, including some psychologists, some scientists. Recently, I met one American. 가서 그것이 아메리카 미식스 토이 뭐 가서디 라도 처음지 미치. Recently, I met one, I think, chancellor or something, or in any way, one sort of educationist. I told him, now more talks in television about these as the inner value or these things. And also let some scientists now who found basic human nature is more compassionate, and more compassionate mind is very good for health. These things, some scientists now should educate people in a radio or television or article. I told him, so that's scientific finding, information, scientific base is more convincing. So I think that I think we really now need more effort, because you see the people not much thinking these value, and then use technology. The information, morely, because of information just mainly kasata, a material thing, like that. And then whole society, more materialistic culture, materialistic life. So the leaders, including religious leader or political leader, they also they are the main concern is economy and also the what is the national interest. So I feel everything very much related with education, thinking, way of thinking. So you from which country?
United States.
America. Oh, I really sort of admire America. America is really the leading nation of free world. Few years ago, I think more than 10, 15 years ago, one occasion when I was in Washington, then I expressed, I'm not admire American nuclear weapon. I really admire American, the concept of democracy, liberty, freedom. I really admire. So with these sort of principles, First World War, Second World War, I think America really, I think, a tremendous sort of sacrifice to protect democratic value in Germany, in Europe, like that. So, if may I say so, the President Trump, of course, the president of American, because of America, so I must respect. But his sort of expression, America first, I feel a little uncomfortable. America, as a leading nation of free world, should talk about global sort of responsibility, I feel.
I agree. It should be humanity first.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Number of the institution, education institution in America. And even as far as I know, 2 cities in America. One city with name of City of Kindness. One City of Compassion.
City of Kindness is the Anaheim in California, and City of Compassion is Louisville in Kentucky.
Oh, so that's wonderful. Not my sort of suggestion. You see, they already developed that. Then, of course, it is my responsibility to full sort of appreciate like that. So the concerned sort of mayor, they told me within the city, they carry more sort of talk about value of kindness and compassion. As a result, students within the city are much more peaceful. No sort of shooting. And then also these students is much sort of enthusiasm to help other people. So these 2 cities, as far as I know, is an example. The very name of the city, compassion and kindness, then more program within the city, school. So some significant result already there. So I'm hoping more and more city, you should follow that. Then America, I always telling when I met some American friend, what called innovation. Because innovation in technology, America, I think leading nation, innovation. Now education field, America should make some kind of innovation, education system. I really feel that. Okay.
Your Holiness, what should we do when we discover we have a serious disease or cancer or one of our relatives discover serious health problem.
그래서
자타부 캔서 저 제네저 근데 포바 하고 저 정소나 한 간데스 다들 동네 지단도 간데스 저그랬어. 소소.
yes, that also the Buddhists say the suffering of birth, suffering of old age, suffering of illness, suffering of death. So it is, even animal also, I think, in some extent, they also is very much worry about the death. One animal die, the sort of what's the kasuda.
The flock, the group.
Their group, sometimes you see showing sadness like that. So, in some level, as you see, 8th century's Nalanda master stated, when we face some problem, some suffering, then analyze the very nature of that suffering. Through analyze because of the analysis, there is a way to overcome that suffering. Then no need worry, make effort. If that suffering, no way to overcome, then no use too much worry. It is very practical. So think that way. So how much, as long as you can help, then try your best and make cure that illness. Illness when it comes, you see, no way to overcome, then important is the patient. Peace of mind is important. In that respect, I think believer, also you see, believe God as a Christian. Think God. And believer as a Buddhist, then think the clarity about our mind. The Buddhists call Buddha nature. Think that. And particularly dying person, when you see the death process eventually come, then think the deeper level of, very nature of deeper level of consciousness, mind, that we call clear light. So that's one way. So in any way, we should consider death is part of our life. Then much easier when actual death comes. Oh, part of my life. Sooner or later I have to go that way. If you see, even you see the very word death, something sort of kasota, reluctantly use that. And then when death comes, you really shock. So it is better, like practitioner, daily think death and the process of dying, like that. So therefore, that's and then a person you see who have no sort of faith, and then think, as I mentioned earlier, this is no use, too much worry. The illness come, the better remaining your life, remain more compassionate person and close sort of close feelings way.
No.
Close feelings. Your sort of friends. That's much better. Sometimes it is possible. It's because of illness, you also usually get more easily irritated than shouting. That's not good. Okay.
There are more and more couples who break and divorce, and there's many more and more single parents and children either without mom or without dad. So what is your advice for those people?
That is difficult to say. I am monk. No experience to say how to deal that problem. So I don't know. But in any way, because of divorce, the couple. You see, it is certainly better remain couple or marriage if the marriage becomes something really happy marriage, then long-lasting marriage, that's important. So for that reason, the marriage should not take hurriedly. Many years ago in San Francisco, I met one Christian minister. He usually used to do kasadi.
And he serves as a minister for couples to marry.
Oh, so he told me his usual sort of advice to the couple to going to marry. He usually advised them, no hurry, and you should not sort of take marriage on the level of just a physical attraction, but let both sides know the deeper level of that person's nature. Then let develop respect, not only just a physical attraction. Then you see each other very well acquainted and knows. Then develop respect. Then marry. I think that advice. Very practical advice. Otherwise, my American friend, I think when 79, my first visit to America, some couple, even with children. Then after a few years, another visit, my friend, another wife, new wife. Then after a few years, again, third wife. My friend, really enjoy freedom of sex. So I think the couple should, carry the responsibility, look after children. Marry with children, divorce, not good. Without children, then you may have more freedom. But with children, you should take care. You should think the concern of children. Two-parent divorce, I think, very uncomfortable to children. Okay. Next question.
Câu hỏi kế tiếp xin mời chị Đinh Thị Thành ở đầu thành phố Hồ Chí Minh ạ. Chị Thành ơi, dạ câu hỏi của chị Thành là làm thế nào để chúng ta đối diện và vượt qua cái nỗi đau mất mát người thân hoặc là những người ta yêu quý?
No. Yes.
How should we face? What should we do when we face the loss of a close person or a loved one, and how could we overcome it?
Yes, that also. Devata Khaza. 가서 너부터 제외 이미 사말에.
No.
민주부터 제외 중에. 가. 너부터 제외 중에 신. 소수지. 간일로가 카테드라 동해지기로 하다. 됐다.
So one of the sufferings is, being getting separated from those who you love.
So it is really very sad. But then think, they already is your close friend, already now passed away, no longer there. So then, as I mentioned before, you see, too much sort of worry, no way to bring back. And then, so better to think different way. When my teacher, my tutor, main tutor, who gave me ordination of bhikshu vow, so when he there, I feel something like solid rock. When he passed away, that solid rock, which I can
Lean.
lean, no longer there. So I really feel very sad. But then I think, now, due to his death, too much sadness, no use. Better to, as a determined, I must fulfill the late my tutor's wish. So the sad event, instead of bring more sadness, bring more enthusiasm to determination. So those people who you see facing some close friend now no longer, and then should think, if I remain very sad, and if some way that your friend who no longer there, one way to know what is your sort of the situation, that if you too much worry, I think they also feel worry. So in spite of that unfortunate sort of event, you see, you because of that develop some kind of determination. I must fulfill my late friends, you see, wish. I must fulfill their wish. I must try too hard. Then, you see, the other person who now no longer, in some way to know and feel much happier. Okay, that's I do. Okay. Next question.
What should we do when we have a college relative or even boss who are angry, aggressive, and irritated, hot-tempered all the time?
Kasa.
수수 내가 지세 레로 이내래 양지 콜딩에 미룽랑 부터 지금 가두이네 직접 사중에 된들 컨테스트 쳐레스카 돈nen지다.
Perhaps here I think we may need some hypocrisy. When I was young, sometimes my teacher is showing a more negative face towards me. But behind him, I complain. In front of him, I still respect him. So, if you have some choice to shift some other jobs, that's your sort of right or your freedom. If you see there's not much choice, in spite of your boss, you see, showing anger or something, but if you get a high salary, then I think you should think about the salary rather than the boss face. So, at a certain sort of negative attitude from your boss,
No.
boss, and then think yourself, if you done something wrong, then you should feel, now I will not commit that kind of work. Good. If you see your boss sort of negative attitude, so without your sort of mistake,
No.
then you feel, instead of anger, I think you should feel pityness. The anger, say, due to lack of sort of mental strength, and then showing negative face. If your boss, more wiser, will not take that place. So instead of anger, I think you should feel more sense of concern or compassionate feeling. I do that. Usually, you see, sometimes we believe, we believe, I mean, we have some idea of certain ghost, right?
No.
Ghost, some negative ghost. And when I was young child, when I passing through some dark sort of passageway in Potala, some my sort of friends say, "Oh, here's some ghost," and then when I walking there, oh, some kind of feeling here. So nowadays, as a result of practice of infinite love towards entire sentient being, so even if there's some sort of, how to say, harmful spirit, you should feel compassion. They also sort of the slave of anger, self-centered, and ignorance. So instead of fear or anger, you should feel compassion, pityness. Okay. So you can think your boss, because of the with some basis of anger, then you should change. If your boss is without sort of proper basis, just sort of showing anger, then feel pity. Okay. Like you see, my own case, some Chinese officials criticized me. One occasion, one Chinese official described me as a demon. Then some media people asked me, so some Chinese official describe you as a demon. What do you feel? And my response is, yes, I am demon with horn. See, I take like joke, right? No. Nothing. So therefore, you see, when some negative atmosphere happen, they much depend on your own mental attitude. Then no matter how sort of difficult circumstances or hostile atmosphere, you can keep peace of mind. Okay.